Hello, allow me to introduce myself. My name is the Super Smash Bros. Fanbase, and I sure love character reveals. But you know what I don't like? Character reveals. Real quick, I'd like to say thank you to all of you who checked out my last Super Smash Bros. Video, and a double thank you for all of you who subscribed because of it. I can't begin to tell you how much it means to me. Now then, getting straight to the point, today I'll be listing off 10 characters/character types that I do not want to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
This list was a pretty tough one to compile, as there aren't really a lot of video game characters out there that would actively disappoint me, you know? Plus, I can't really complain about Ultimate's roster as a whole, considering I have every Smash veteran, Ridley, King K. Rool, Banjo-Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and even Min Min. A character from a game series I love, yet the internet is dead set on hating for some reason. I am truly blessed. I try not to get caught up on slots or reps or any of those other buzzwords Smash fans like to throw around when it comes to justifying the likelihood or worthiness of any potential Smash fighter. But with that being said, this list contains a lot of all-encompassing any blank rep spots, in place of just straight-up individual characters.
I'd have made an updated list of characters I do want, but I feel like that's just too easy, and equally as divisive as saying who you don't want in the grand scheme of things, so who cares? Maybe I'll do that most wanted list later, but for now,
Number 10. Any fourth party rep. Fourth party is a term that was probably invented by the Smash speculation community as a way of distinguishing characters belonging to third-party video game companies from characters owned by other third-party media companies. For as long as I've been a Smash fan, since before Project M even came about, I've heard many people vocalize their desire to see Goku from Dragon Ball join the roster. But that's missing the point of Smash Bros. A little bit, don't you think? Its appeal and identity stem from being a universe-crossing Nintendo All-Star Showdown. And even when Brawl introduced guest characters, they've all felt like honorary Nintendo All-Stars. Kinda like they're Nintendo's gaming icon neighbors, right? To introduce characters like Goku, or Darth Vader, or Mickey Mouse, or Spider-Man, or any character who doesn't originate in gaming, it'd sort of take away too much from the series' original vision. Regardless of whether or not a fourth-party rep is significant to the gaming scene through licensed titles or whatever. Sorry, Tony Hawk.
Sake, dude.
who the flip are you?
Number 9. Any more Fire Emblem reps. It's low-hanging fruit, I know, but it seriously feels to me like there have been too many Fire Emblem characters added to Smash. People will defend this by saying that Fire Emblem spans multiple timelines, but so do Zelda and Mega Man. And they're comparatively way more conservative with their character reps than Fire Emblem, especially considering their popularity. Others might say, Fire Emblem as a series' gameplay revolves around controlling lots of characters. It just makes sense to include so many in Smash. Which is fair enough, but I could easily make similar arguments for Kirby, Street Fighter, or even F-Zero. There's been an ongoing Fire Emblem push from Nintendo ever since Fire Emblem Awakening passed the 1 million copies sold mark. What with several new Fire Emblem games having released since then, new Fire Emblem Amiibo, a Fire Emblem Gacha app, Fire Emblem spin-offs with Warriors and Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and even Fire Emblem content in games like Project X Zone 2, Codename Steam, and oh look who it is. I will admit I have a bias. I don't personally care for Fire Emblem. But even if there had been a great new F-Zero game in 2013 that sold well and led to several more games, new spin-offs, new Amiibo, and guest appearances in every other 2015 Nintendo game, and Captain Falcon was suddenly joined by Blood Falcon, Super Arrow, Dr. Stewart, Mrs. Arrow, Rick Wheeler, Beastman, and the Phoenix in Smash Bros., I'd still think that'd be an extremely excessive amount of characters. And would even be a tad frustrated that they were only using characters that were similar to Falcon, despite how many wonderful and diverse characters exist in the F-Zero universe. Ring any bells? I don't mean to say that any fans of the Fire Emblem representation in Smash are wrong or selfish or whatever, but please, for the love of all that is holy moly, let the push for Fire Emblem in Smash Bros. Stop! If Nintendo reveals another new Fire Emblem for the Switch and releases that game's protagonist as a DLC fighter ahead of the game's release like they did with Corrin, it wouldn't even be funny. It'd just be sad. Number 8. Any mobile game rep. This might be the first semi-controversial take I've had on the list so far, but I'm standing my ground here. As I said with fourth-party characters, they take away from the gaming celebration a little bit. Not as much as a fourth-party rep would, but still. Call me an old fogey if you must, but I just cannot view Mario and the Red Angry Bird as being peers. I just can't. I have a hard enough time as it is doing so for Steve, but lo and behold, that's a reality I have to accept now. It's not even necessarily that I think the mobile platform is inferior to PCs and consoles or anything. They're just apples and oranges to me. It's like calling the middle-aged women who rank highest in Candy Crush hardcore gamers. It's true in a sense, but it feels categorically false. Just please keep my Smash Bros. Clean of mobile game IPs, at least for now. I don't want to live in the timeline where Nintendo cares more about promoting Clash of Clans than representing custom Robo. Number 7. Any Fortnite Rep. This is kind of a long shot to happen in the first place, but even still, the Fortnite franchise is one with absolutely no cohesion or sense of lived-inness, and operates with a soulless lack of tact and an emphasis on predatory monetization targeted to kids. Fun fact, I was working at a kid's birthday party service last year. It's like an agency where you hire people to play princesses or clowns or superheroes or whatever at kids' parties. And a kid who couldn't have been any older than 8 kept asking me if we had characters like Wolverine, Mystique, Magneto, and I was of course happy to make excuses for why we don't have them. Magneto doesn't get along with kids, Mystique could be anybody here because she's a shapeshifter, blah 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 blah. But then the kid asked if we had Travis Scott available for parties. I didn't even know who that was at the time. I just laughed and asked the kid, is he one of the X-Men? And the kid replied, no, he's from Fortnite, like Wolverine. I was crushed. That kid doesn't identify Fortnite's guests as individualistic characters hailing from different universes. They're all just skins to him. They look cool, have names, and are in Fortnite, and that's all he's been given to care about. If Fortnite doesn't treat their guest characters the way Smash treats theirs, then they don't deserve to be treated as guests in Smash, I say. Not that there's much treatment to give them, I mean, what even is the story of Fortnite? Why are there 100 people killing each other until one remains? What motivation do they have to kill each other? What circumstances led them to storing loot in piñatas, wearing mascot suits into battle, and riding around on flying school buses? It's all a load. It's a hodgepodge of whatever they can make money off of. It's the death of pop culture, but I've gotten off topic now. Moving on! Number 6. Any Overwatch Rep. Finally, we've come to the realm of gaming I can touch bases with. I never much cared for Overwatch. Some of the character designs are fun, but thematically, it doesn't do much to justify the eclecticness of its cast. And the characters themselves are disappointingly shallow. Not to mention, Blizzard as a company has landed itself in some pretty hot water that I won't be going over here. If you know, you know. If you don't know, look it up. All in all, I'd rather not have Overwatch characters in Smash Bros. Thank you. There are plenty of better first-person shooter and team-based games to pull from if that's the audience you'd like to attract, Nintendo. Number 5. Any Shin Megami Tensei protagonist. Aside from Jack Frost, I guess. He's okay. Getting more specific now. No more any blank reps now. I love it. I don't have anything against the Shin Megami Tensei series myself. I wouldn't say I have strong feelings for it one way or the other, but I digress. The protagonists of these games fit the bill for the exact type of character Smash Bros. DLC has been seeing a lot of as of late. And seeing how the series' most popular offshoot, Persona, already has representation in Ultimate's DLC, and historically significant RPGs like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy have also gotten representation in Ultimate's DLC, I think SMT can sit this one out, don't you? It almost feels likely to me that an SMT protagonist will come to Fighters Pass 2, considering Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD is coming out this year and Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming exclusively to the Switch at some point. But I, personally, would really rather they go with someone else, especially if it's from Sega. I want Chuck D. Head, or Oolala, or Sketch Turner in Smash. Oh, that'd be sick. Heck, I just want a Sega Smash Brothers in general. When are we getting that? Number 4. Any Generation 8 Pokemon. The Pokemon in Sword and Shield stink. Okay, I don't want to start a debate about what constitutes good Pokemon design or whatever, so let me rephrase. In my opinion, the Pokemon in Sword and Shield stink. I've heard plenty of people online speculate as to what Gen 8 Pokemon we'll inevitably get in Fighters Pass 2. Rillaboom, Cinderace, Toxtricity, the rotating Sword Dog. I literally have no preference. No matter what Galar Pokemon they pick, it'd ultimately be disappointing. It'd just further reinforce Nintendo's strange push Pokemon and Fire Emblem and Smash bias. Like, I appreciate that you gave ARMS the time of day, Nintendo, so I can't complain too much, but come on. There's plenty of Pokemon representation in Smash, for fighters and everything else. If you really want to bring more Pokemon content to Ultimate, then just bring back Pokefloats. Number 3. Cosmos. I recently picked up Project Cross Zone 2 on 3DS from a local retro gaming store. It's a fine enough game and all, a big crossover of Namco, Sega, Capcom, and Monolith Soft's big anime-looking series. Also Fire Emblem, because of course. The reason I bring it up is because it's what reminded me of Cosmos' existence in general. Remember when Source Gaming and other prominent Smash Bros. Community types were thinking she was a primary DLC candidate for Fighters Pass 1? Those were the days. Anyway, I'd personally rather not see her make it into Fighters Pass 2, because A, 2 Xenoblade characters in one pass will probably do more harm than good for the series as it is, and B, holy moly Stromboli mother of cannoli, if you thought Pyra and Mithra were bad with what weebs refer to as fan service, just look at this. The post-nut clarity had to have been astronomical for the devs at Monolith, because I have no other explanation for how they managed to make Xenoblade Chronicles 1 in between the Xenogears games and 2. Number 2. Breath of the Wild Zelda. People in the Smash speculation scene, like Papagino, still insist that Breath of the Wild Zelda is a viable candidate for Fighters Pass 2, despite Sakurai justifying the use of Link to the Past Zelda's design for her veteran spot by saying Breath of the Wild Zelda is more of a researcher than a combatant. And while I don't doubt Sakurai would take back what he said for any number of reasons, I'd really prefer him to keep any more variants of Link and Zelda out of Smash for now. They take up 5/6 of the Zelda reps in Smash as it is.
Now finally, for number 1, just as Sakurai has before me, I've changed my mind regarding the eligibility of a particular category of fighter, at least for the rest of Ultimate's DLC. What was once a candidate I put on my top 5 most wanted is now the most controversial take from my least wanted. That character is...
Number 1, any assist trophy currently in Ultimate. Believe me folks, this wasn't just a decision I made in contempt for Waluigi, and I do still think the Badge Arcade Bunny would be a brilliant choice for a Smash fighter in general, but seriously, take a step back and consider Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Not as some grand idea or historical movement, but simply as a game. One of many in a beloved series that typically has something to offer even after the latest entries have come out. Would it have made sense for Melee to have Mewtwo as a Pokeball summon on top of being an unlockable fighter? Would it have made sense for Brawl to make Shadow the Hedgehog an unlockable character despite being an easily encounterable assist trophy? Would it have made sense for Ridley to be an unlockable character in Smash 4 despite being a stage hazard? I don't mean to say that any of these instances would have been impossible. It's a video game, anything is possible. But is that really a can of worms we want to open on what's about to be a complete game? One for the ages, a piece of art that will almost certainly be discussed and compared against its successors and predecessors for decades to come? No matter how cool I think it would be to see Dylan, or Takamaru, or Zero, or Bomberman, or Shovel Knight, or any of the other fun assist trophy characters in Ultimate become playable fighters, I think this unofficial rule that several members of the Smash community have instated makes enough sense that it'll be easier to enter speculation for the next Smash Bros. Years and years from now, knowing that assist trophy characters have never been upgraded to fighters within a single game before. Easier it is to live with the reveal of an assist being deconfirmation for a fighter, than to spend your days disillusioned on Smashboards and Twitter insisting there's still a chance. In the confines of restriction, creative choices the likes of which you'd never think of before can be born. It's hard to quantify what does or doesn't qualify a character for Smash eligibility nowadays. Ultimate is starting to barely resemble the series I fell in love with, and the vocal online community is definitely not the one I became a part of. But some things have remained consistent even up to now. No fourth party, no assist trophies. It's just about all we have left. Them's my guns and I'm sticking to 'em, whether they be least controversial or most controversial to say online.
Will I be upset or indignant if any of these characters end up coming to Fighters Pass 2? No. Except maybe the fourth party reps. Have I said multiple times already that I don't particularly care who's left to join the game as the roster is already incredible? Yes. Do I still really want Agumon in Smash? Yes, 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 yes. Am I going to keep up this asking myself a question then answering it bit? No.
Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it on social media if you feel so inclined, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like more like it. Feel free to check out my channel for more videos like this that I've already made if you haven't seen them before. And if you'd really like to go the extra mile in supporting my creative endeavors more so than YouTube themselves do, consider donating to my Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month you get your name in the credits and behind-the-scenes updates on what I'm working on. Thank you for watching, double thank you to my patrons for supporting me, and I will see you the next time I see you.